Welcome to Massa Beers. My name is Matt, and we have the Time and Materials beer stuff here. Yeah, this is their advanced research. This is New England IPA. Here we go. Time and Materials Brewing. They are located out of, what's the exact town? Reading, Mass. This is a 7.8% Hazie New England style IPA. Canned on 324. It is 5.5. It has hops of Galaxy Spectrum, Mosaic, Lupomax, and Citra Incognito. Advanced researchers are a culmination of our learnings across all of the New England IPAs we brewed. Combining those learnings with some really cool new hop products, we think we have a pretty fantastic beer that pushes the boundaries of flavor. My boy Brian, Time Materials Brewing. Go listen to our conversation we had in the podcast we did on the old Beer Massive podcast. Super good dude. Has a unique business model as far as his beers go. I believe they do kind of make it to places, but he does a lot of just direct shipping to people, which is kind of cool. Candy tropical fruit from a distance. And you got like a raccoon in a spacesuit. So, yeah, there we go. Yes, it does look a Todd. A Todd? There's no Todd. A tad oxidized. It does have a little bit more kind of rich orangish to it than you'd want typically in a New England style IPA. But it has this nice kind of just barely off-white kind of head to it. Super turbid haziness, so darker than what you'd expect. It's good nose. Yeah, it definitely has this candy ringy kind of tropical fruit gummy kind of thing going on. That's really where this leans. You don't get any kind of precursor of kind of indication if there is going to be a bittering in the taste. Really does come off fruit juicy, but like I said, more like fruit gummy ringy is the biggest portion of the show here. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Maybe a soft fluttering green, done and done. New England IPA. What are you looking for? Juice. You're getting that here. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, unfortunately, I do think it has suffered a little bit of, from oxidation. It doesn't come off negative. There's not like a wet cardboardy presence to it. But you can kind of tell there was something quite a bit more robust to the way the hops came off previously. It's still doing that tropical fruit thing. Doesn't necessarily get as sweet or as big as that gummy thing. Is a little bit more juicy fruity for me. Juicy fruit gummy for me. But there's some kind of limiter to it. You can tell there was a bit more to it. A little bit more robustness to it. Which is kind of a bummer. Again, mouth feels nice. It's not super turbid. Not super silky, super lush. But you can tell it was. You can definitely tell it was. Again, oxidation just taking it down a notch. Not necessarily ruining the beer or making it a bad beer, but you can tell there was some volume to it that's been lost. Soft little bittering, I think, was there previously. Probably a little bit less detectable. Just a little bit more fuller, a little bit more fruit, juicy, kind of robust. In the state it is, actually still a really good tasty New England style hazy. But to go next level, you want that just pushing the maximums of the hop saturation and the way the beer comes off mouthfeel wise. And I think that's where the oxidation really does this beer a little bit dirty, in that it's not necessarily, like I said, a negative beer. It just lost its fastball. It's like a pitcher who can pitch 96, 97, 98. They just get a little bit older, and that 98 goes down to 94, and they start getting hit. It's just that little bit that separates upper echelon from really good stuff. And that's where this one kind of lies for me, which is kind of a bummer. It's the second review of the beers that Brian sent off, and I did the barrel-aged cream ale, and I wasn't a big fan of that beer, so I was kind of like, okay, let's have a New England beer. We'll enjoy that one. I actually do enjoy it. I don't want to come off and be like, this beer is negative in any stretch of the imagination. I can just tell it's lost a little bit of its luster, and it's kind of a bummer. I didn't drink it sooner. I haven't been sitting on them all that long. I want to say about 2 weeks. So has it changed that much in 2 weeks? I don't know. But at the same time, I dig the beers that he does make. And if I had this fresh, I think I'd be singing quite a bit more of a fantastical song. So there you go. reviewing the books. Talk about it. Have any of y'all had Time Material stuff? Have you had any other beers? Have you had this particular beer? If you have, how you had it fresh and how was it for you? All that stuff down there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of New England haze right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.